Hey guys, it's Jorge Cruz, and I'm here with my good friend Dr. Oz, and we're going to talk about belly fat. As you guys know, I'm a big advocate to being aware of what that does to our health and how it can be dangerous to our health. And I thought, who better than talk to the man, the doctor, who really is on the forefront of bringing this awareness originally a couple of years ago with Oprah, right?
It was. Well, I remember taking the organs to the show the first day,
right?
And we were showing all different organs. The one that caught a lot of attention, which you wouldn't think would, was this omental fat. Sounds like momentum, right? Omentum without the M.
And this is part of the belly fat, right?
It is. This fat is not fat you can pinch. If you can pinch it, it's not omentum fat.
Right.
This fat is very special. It's way inside of you, under the muscles of your belly. So those of you who are worried about your fat thighs, that'll cost you a couple dates. But that's not what a doctor works
Because not all fat's the same. And that's what I've told people, I'm sharing with my clients. And that visceral fat or belly fat?
Yeah. That belly
so tell us why that's so dangerous.
Well, the belly fat was historically very important for humans. Our ancestors would feast in times of when we had food, and they'd store that fat in different places. But especially the belly fat, the visceral fat, was important because we had ready access to it.
Right.
So when famine would hit, we could quickly take that fat. It would go through the portal vein, the big vein that feeds the liver, and it would give the liver nutrients that it needed. But here's the problem. In those days, to go hunting, you spend the whole day. Today, you go hunting and slide the milk carton out of the way.
Yeah, it takes 10 minutes,
right?
5 minutes.
So we have so much visceral fat accumulated, it does three things. It poisons the liver by shunting chemicals up through the portal vein. That's the big vein, the porte door.
And why is the liver so important?
Because the liver reconfigures all of the chemicals that come into the body and resends them to all parts of all the different extremities, outer reaches of the body. So if your liver is making bad cholesterol because it's been poisoned.
Heart disease, right?
You have more heart disease. If the liver is making inflammatory chemicals, then it'll cause issues as well. If the liver is so irritated that it won't listen to insulin anymore, you get diabetes.
Diabetes, type 2 diabetes, right?
In fact, omentum not only does it poison the liver, but it blocks muscle from using sugar. So and from responding to insulin. So you end up, even though you have normal insulin levels, you become a diabetic. And finally, that omental fat, it's so big and bulky in there, Jorge, that it squeezes on your kidneys. And because it squeezes on the kidneys, kidneys, of course, regulate your blood pressure. Your kidneys misperceive what's going on, and they make your blood pressure go up. So guess what? Belly fat gives you high blood pressure, high blood sugar, and high blood cholesterol. Those three things together are called a metabolic syndrome. Number one cause of heart attacks, number one cause of strokes, causes impotence, wrinkles. I mean, there's nothing good about this. And a good portion of us, especially as we hit our fourth and fifth decades of life, start to get that extra belly fat. So what's the right amount? So I don't ask people their weight. I don't ask them their BMI. You can't
I love what you do ask them. The measurement, right?
The waist size.
So tell them. We got to listen because this is your homework assignment right here, right from the doctor, doctor's orders. Get a tape measure out, right?
Simple to do. You take the tape measure, put it around your belly button, right? So your belly button just over the hips.
Right here.
Measure this.
I can be the model, right?
So we measure right across here.
Let's see if I make the test, guys, right?
Okay. Now, let's pull tight. Suck in, 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 suck in. Show off. He's 29.5 inches. Now, is that too much, too little? Have a seat. It all depends on your height. Because your belly size, that waist circumference, has got to be 1/2 your height. So how tall are you?
6'1".
Okay, 6 happens to be my height, so I know the number already. But just for everybody else, 6 times 12, right? 12 inches in a foot. 6 times 12 is 72 inches, plus 1 inch is 73 inches, divided in half is 36.5 inches.
Boom.
So if your belly circumference measured 36.5 inches or more, you'd have too much belly fat. You can be a lot less, doesn't hurt you.
Right.
Less the better in many cases. But you never want to be more than 36.5. And for the women out there, don't trust the belt size of the guy. Because men over the age of 40 will never buy a new belt size.
Did you hear that, ladies?
What they do is they slide the belt.
Right, I got my belt here, and it just keeps going down.
Right, and so you can't tell with the belt size anymore.
Right.
This measuring tape can be life-saving for that reason.
Yep. So, and for ladies, the general rule, I believe you say in your books, is 32
Most
and a half. If we had to generalize.
Right. If you had to generalize, 32.5 inches or less is ideal for belly fat. For men, it's 37 inches and less. But again, best way to do it is your height, and that works for kids too. Kids, women, men, same formula, and it works for everybody. And by the way, I didn't make this stuff up. All the things we talk about in the U-books are all about things that doctors have found. All we're trying to do is make it a little easier for everyone to appreciate it.
Yeah. So you guys heard it there. Belly fat is dangerous. I mean, without question, it can hurt your quality of your life and the quantity of your life.
It will strip, on average, more than 15 years off your life if you've got a lot of belly fat. In fact, it's the single most obvious thing we can do that reverses chronic illness in this country. And when we look at longevity issues, now I'm not telling you to do calorie restriction, which means eating about 15 to 20% less than you normally want to. I'm not going that extreme.
No.
But on average, people who are thin will live longer. And on average, you're much better off making sure that belly fat number is below the number that we mentioned, 1/2 of your height.
Right. So you heard it right here, guys. You've got to take action on this. And if there's anyone out there like teetering and they're saying, what's the last thing we can tell them to get them to realize that this is critical? What would you say?
We use all kinds of medications to treat diabetes, hypertension, high cholesterol. None of them are as good as you doing it alone. We only give you these medications to paint over the cracks in the foundation of your health. But only you, that's why we call them the U-books, only you can actually make an impact on this. We're just there to play backup.
So just make that decision, guys, and you can do it. And you heard it right here. Hopefully these words are going to inspire you to continue to take action to get that belly fat down. Thanks, buddy.
Take care.
We'll pound it, and we'll pound it.
Take care.
All right, take good care. Thanks, guys.